Welcome, wrestling fans, to this WWE show review on Tim Reynolds Show. Please make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel as we're reviewing Friday Night SmackDown from January 31st, 2025 in Indianapolis, Indiana, the home of Royal Rumble 2025. And guys, this SmackDown would be kicked off with Kevin Owens, the number one contender for the WWE Championship, comes out to the ring for an interview by Joe Tessitore, who wants to show Kevin Owens the same respect that he showed Cody Rhodes doing an interview with him last week. But Kevin Owens comes out and runs his mouth once again, crying about not getting proper treatment while Cody Rhodes is getting all the attention, all the interviews, telling Joe Tessitore, this is what you call an honest interview? Really? Well, you know what? I don't accept your apology, and you can take this interview and shove it up your ass, because Kevin Owens grabs the Winged Eagle WWE Championship belt and goes to walk off. But before he does, he runs his mouth about everybody out there claiming that they're gonna go win the Royal Rumble match. But that's when we would see CM Punk as he comes out to interrupt Kevin Owens, saying, well, I heard you say my name, so I figured that was an invitation to come out here and defend myself, because Kevin Owens, you are always taking the easy way out. You want to blame everybody else for your problems when really you're the source of your own problems and issues that you've been dealing with. And do you really think that you're going to go win the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble? Haven't you lost your last 5 Royal Rumble title matches? And, oh, by the way, I didn't lose to Logan Paul either. Oh, what a diss from CM Punk to Kevin Owens, and Kevin didn't like that. But instead of attacking CM Punk, he would grab the championship belt and walk away like a little crybaby scaredy cat. That's right, because CM Punk said, hey man, look, I don't have to talk about the Royal Rumble, but if you want, you can get your ass right in this ring right now, and we can fight it out right here on Friday Night SmackDown. But Kevin Owens didn't want any of that. And what a way to start off Friday Night SmackDown. Guys, the Royal Rumble is going to be crazy, man. Then, guys, next up after this, we see backstage The Miz having an interview with General Manager Nick Aldis. And he's upset because everybody that he's tried to make friends with has been kicked over to Monday Night Raw. And he can't believe it as he's there venting his frustrations to GM Nick Aldis. And he also starts talking smack about Andrade, who didn't want to be his friend in the last few weeks after he tried to talk to him. And he also told General Manager Nick Aldis, if Andrade were here right now, I'd slap him in his face because he doesn't know any better of all the lessons that I could teach him and help him out with. And that's when Andrade would be standing right behind Miz, with Miz going, what? He's standing right behind me, isn't he? And Andrade would say, so, Miz, you gonna slap me in the face? That's how you feel? Well, how about we put things to the test and me and you go one-on-one in the ring tonight? And guys, we would see a one-on-one matchup on SmackDown as The Miz would take on Andrade. Then, guys, next up on SmackDown, we would have our first match of the evening as we would see Jimmy Uso versus Carmelo Hayes. And these two have had some history over the past few weeks, and we see Carmelo Hayes has been poking the bear. He attacked Jimmy Uso before his match last week, and now he's looking to take out his frustration and prove to Jimmy Uso and the whole SmackDown roster that he is him. But guys, in this matchup, we would see Jimmy Uso get the victory in a very competitive back and forth matchup. And guys, I have to give this match a solid B. I think these two really competed very well inside the ring. Not too much sloppy wrestling, if you will. Carmelo Hayes really looks like a very competitive guy on Friday Night SmackDown, but there is a chance that he could be moving to Monday Night Raw. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. And how about Jimmy Uso? Loving this babyface run that he's been on, man. He's been killing it inside the ring, so I give this grade a B. Then, guys, next up backstage, we would see an interview with the WWE Women Tag Team Champions, Naomi and Bianca Belair, asking what is going to happen if both of them have to face each other at the Royal Rumble match. And they're not worried about it. It seems that the women WWE Tag Team Champions are on the same page saying, hey, guess what? If Naomi doesn't win, Bianca believes she's going to win. And if Bianca doesn't win, she believes Naomi is going to win. And even if they both end up facing each other one-on-one in the Royal Rumble, it will not change the fact that they will still be Tag Team Champions after the Royal Rumble. Then, guys, next up on here, we would see Damian Priest, the newest superstar on the SmackDown roster, as he would come up and talk about his plans on winning the Royal Rumble and throwing 29 men over the top rope. But that's when we would see him interrupted by who? Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. Oh no! And that's right, Jacob Fatu comes talking some crap to Damian Priest, saying he better watch coming over to the Blue Brand and trying to make a name for himself, because this is Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga's show, and they plan on showing Damian Priest how they run things around here. Man, could we see a feud brewing here between Damian Priest and Jacob Fatu? Well, it would not be long before Damian Priest would deliver a big kick to Tama Tonga, knocking him out, and Jacob Fatu and Damian Priest stare face to face in the middle of the ring. This is gonna be one epic storyline as we see Fatu and Damian Priest fight it out before the numbers games would catch up to Priest, as Fatu the Samoan Werewolf and Tama Tonga beat down Priest. We would then see LA Knight, yeah, come out to help his friend Damian Priest here, giving him some backup when he needed it the most. And this would lead to our main event match of Friday Night SmackDown. That's right, we would see Damian Priest and LA Knight team up to go up against the team of Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga in a tag team match. Then, guys, next up after this, we would see Motor City Machine Guns and Los Garza have to team up in an 8-man tag match, our next match on Friday Night SmackDown, as they go up against DIY and Pretty Deadly. And we could see early on in this matchup, both teams don't seem to be on the same page, wanting to work together with each other, because they're all vying for a chance for those WWE Tag Team titles that DIY holds around their waist. But even backstage, we see Motor City Machine Guns could not get on the same page with Los Garza. And we also seen the same thing throughout this matchup with DIY and Pretty Deadly. A good competitive back and forth match, but we would see the Motor City Machine Guns get the victory over DIY after some confusion and miscommunication, not only from the Motor City Machine Guns side, where Los Garza walked out on them in this 8-man tag match, but we also see DIY and Pretty Deadly had a couple of controversies there and a couple of confrontations with one another, which led to Pretty Deadly walking out on DIY. And we see Motor City Machine Guns take advantage of the distraction to get the victory over DIY before their matchup at the Royal Rumble, where we will see the Motor City Machine Guns take on DIY for the WWE Tag Team Championships in a 2 out of 3 falls matchup. And guys, I gotta give this match here a solid C. I think it could have been a little bit better as far as your in-ring ability, the way these guys wrestled and took out one another, but it was more the storyline that was a little bit more interesting than the actual wrestling match. So that's why I'm giving it a C. Too much drama going on and not enough wrestling inside the ring for this particular match. But then, guys, next up on Friday Night SmackDown, we would then see Pretty Deadly and DIY have a confrontation backstage, where Pretty Deadly tells DIY, you're on your own on the Royal Rumble defending those tag team titles, and DIY tells him, well then guess what? You're never gonna get a shot at these tag titles if you don't help us. But Pretty Deadly refuses to help out DIY anymore. Then, guys, next up on Friday Night SmackDown, we have our next match of the evening, as we see Naomi go one-on-one with Liv Morgan. And of course, Bianca Belair would be at ringside for Naomi, her friend, her WWE Tag Team Championship partner. And we'd also see Raquel Rodriguez at ringside for her friend Liv Morgan. And this epic matchup would go back and forth, with Naomi and Liv Morgan really showing their in-ring capability and what they're able to do when both of these superstars put it all on the line. But guys, we would see Raquel Rodriguez get get involved in this matchup. And even though Bianca Belair tries to help out her friend, it would not help as we see Liv Morgan gets the victory here in this matchup. But after that, actually Naomi was the one that gets the victory in this matchup. But we see Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan attack Naomi and Bianca Belair after this match and make a huge statement as they're looking to compete for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship titles. And guys, Naomi and Liv, I gotta give this match a solid A. I really do think it was a very competitive back and forth matchup. We've seen a lot of great moves from Liv Morgan and Naomi, who continues to just keep raising the bar as far as her in-ring capability. So congratulations to Naomi. She is the winner of this matchup. And guys, I have to give this match grade a solid A. Then next up, guys, here on Friday Night SmackDown, we have our next match of the evening as Miz would take on Andrade in a one-on-one matchup on Friday Night SmackDown. And guys, this would be probably the best match of the evening as we see both of these competitors very good inside the ring with one another, which I did not expect. We haven't seen Andrade and Miz wrestle each other throughout their WWE careers a whole lot. So with Miz finally joining the SmackDown roster, him and Andrade really put on a show in this matchup, but we would see Andrade gets the victory here in this matchup over The Miz, even though The Miz gave a very competitive match. Guys, I have to give this grade a solid B. I think it was a very, very good back and forth matchup. A little slip in here and there, a little bit mess ups on some of the wrestling moves that we've seen, but The Miz proves once again why he's one of the best guys to work with inside the ring in WWE, and Andrade's an up-and-coming superstar here on the SmackDown roster as he gets the victory, and I give this match a solid grade of a B. Then guys, next up here, I see Damian Priest backstage running into legends like Legario del Fantasma and R-Truth and LA Knight all coming backstage to confront Damian Priest. We see Legario del Fantasma wanted to invite Damian Priest to join their faction, but Priest didn't want anything to do with it, with Los Garza's leader telling him to watch his back. But then R-Truth comes into the fold saying, "Hey Priest, welcome back to Monday Night Raw," with Priest scratching his head going, "Truth, you do know this is Friday Night SmackDown." And Truth is like, "Nah man, I just spoke to General Manager Adam Pearce. He's got hair now." What a funny thing from R-Truth to say, man. And LA Knight comes and makes sure that him and Damian Priest are on the same page before their tag team match in the main event. As LA Knight says, "Hey, we're going to be good. We're going to work together." And Damian Priest says, "Oh yeah, we're good tonight. But tomorrow, don't forget, I don't know you once we get inside that ring for that 2025 Men's Royal Rumble match." Then guys, next up on Friday Night SmackDown, we would see Tiffany Stratton, the new WWE Women's Champion, be confronted by the newest women's superstar on the SmackDown roster, Selena Vega, as she's looking to call her shot against Tiffany Stratton and possibly win the WWE Women's Championship by winning the Women's Royal Rumble match. So Tiffany Stratton says, "Good luck getting past 29 other women to get to this title, because I'll be sitting pretty with my WWE Championship waiting to see who will challenge me at the main event of WrestleMania." Then guys, next up after this, we would see an in-ring interview with the WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton, as she asked before about what's going on here with this Royal Rumble match, if she's nervous about it, who she thinks could win the Royal Rumble here for the women's side of things, but she would be interrupted by Candice LeRae. Of course, she's coming out running her mouth trying to stick up for Miss Nia Jax, which we all know she doesn't need her to, but this would all be a ploy and a trap set up by Candice LeRae and Nia Jax. But Tiffany Stratton seen something coming as she was able to duck out of the way, and Nia Jax takes out Candice LeRae, her friend. Oh, that's not the way they wanted things to start out, and Tiffany Stratton would fight right back, but Nia Jax would be too much as she makes a huge statement with a beatdown on the WWE Women's Champion, and now Nia Jax looks to put herself in place for possibly being the #1 contender for the Women's WWE Championship, but we'll have to see if Nia Jax can first win the Women's 2025 Royal Rumble match. Then, guys, next up after this, we would have our main event of the evening, as we would see a tag team match with Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu, the Samoan Werewolf, going up against the team of LA Knight, and Damian Priest. And this team was a deadly combo. This main event match was an epic main event on Friday Night SmackDown. And guys, I cannot wait to see this storyline start to brewing as we have Damian Priest and Jacob Fatu going at it here with LA Knight in the fold and Tama Tonga, who actually impressed very well in this match. I mean, Tama Tonga, you have got to give him his flowers, man. He really showed off his in-ring ability in this main event match, really going toe-to-toe against LA Knight and Damian Priest, two of the best superstars in the WWE and on the SmackDown roster. But guys, we would then see the climax to this match would be Damian Priest gets the victory here over Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. But of course, we would see Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga try to attack Damian Priest after this matchup. But LA Knight is there for his friend, and we see that Jacob Fatu, though, takes out LA Knight as well, as Jacob Fatu stands in the ring by himself after laying waste to LA Knight and Damian Priest. And now, as Jacob Fatu finally found his spot as being one of the most dangerous, if not the dangerous superstar on Friday Night SmackDown, oh man, the tribal werewolf, that's right folks, is looking to take out his next victim. And I cannot wait to see this storyline between him and Damian Priest. Guys, in this main event match, I gotta give it a solid A. I really do think that this was the best match of the evening. And man, Jacob Fatu is starting to really impress inside the ring, and so is Tama Tonga. But man, seeing Jacob Fatu and Damian Priest go one-on-one inside the ring was epic. That's why I give this match a solid grade of an A. Thank you guys so much. This is WWE Show Review on Tim Reynolds Show. Please make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And guys, I cannot wait for the 2025 Royal Rumble. And we'll be sure to bring you guys all kinds of content from the WWE Universe and for sports entertainment right here on this YouTube channel, Tim Reynolds Show. So be sure, guys, to check out my YouTube channel for more WWE show reviews, not only for Friday Night SmackDown, but also for Monday Night Raw. And do not forget to check out my live play-by-play for the 2025 Royal Rumble and many more PLEs as we are on the road to WrestleMania. So guys, leave some comments. Let me know what you guys thought of this WWE show review. It was a crazy Friday Night SmackDown, but this was way better than after that kind of boring Monday Night Raw that we had this week. But man, the Royal Rumble's coming up, which kicks us off on the road to WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Can't wait, guys. Thank you for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show. Thank you, wrestling fans, and thank you, WWE Universe, for all the support. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, man. This is just a regular sports-loving, sports entertainment YouTube channel right here, Tim Reynolds Show, just trying to follow his dream to make this YouTube channel happen, and I appreciate you guys. I couldn't do it without you. Thank you, wrestling fans. Thank you, WWE Universe. Peace out, everybody. Have a good day.